Open up a comic book back in the early 80s, and what did I see? Dang, Luke Skywalker sitting on a jalopy, and they said I could win it. I could win a jalopy. Let's take a closer look at this crazy ad. Hey guys, before we get started with the video, check this out. I know you're a fan of Star Wars and The Mandalorian and Ahsoka Tano and other characters. This is from the New Zealand Mint. This is a limited edition worldwide release of only 2,000. Check out this thing. It's engraved and it's colored 1 ounce pure silver coin from The Mandalorian. And others in the series include Guru, aka Baby Yoda, and of course the Mandalorian himself, Boba Fett, and this one right here, Ahsoka Tano. And before you say this is some kind of bootleg ripoff thing, no, this is an official licensed collectible coin. These are a lot better than those cheap coins that used to come with the action figures back in the 80s. It's even presented in a themed modern coin case. Unique collectible for any Star Wars fan. And right there printed on the box is a certificate of authenticity. Right next to the coin's unique number. This thing's 999 fine silver. Weighs 1 ounce. And yes, it's legal tender. Can you believe it? This thing is awesome. It looks beautiful. Check out the link in the description below and you can start collecting these also. They look awesome. Check them out. I'm sure you'll love them. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. Let's just say it. Luke Skywalker in a jalopy. Let me say it again for those people way back in the back on the front row. Luke Skywalker in a jalopy. Now I know that technically I don't think this is a jalopy, at least according to the ad, but man, it was just weird seeing this thing. I remember probably this was really the early 80s or late 70s. I think this was actually before The Empire Strikes Back. You're looking through comic books, you know, a lot of ads there. You got the man with the muscles that wants to give you a bunch of muscles. You got that. You got an offer to get a free monkey. That's right, they would send a monkey to you in the mail. I doubt it was a real monkey, probably a dead monkey in a box or something. And of course, there was all kinds of things. You could get some X-ray glasses so you could see women in their bloomers. Who wouldn't want to see a woman in their bloomers, especially in the late 70s? But anyway, there was this one ad right there that was Star Wars related, so it grabbed your attention. I mean, the only other ad before this that grabbed your attention was the one that you thought had Han Solo in it, but it wasn't Han Solo. It was Dr. J and somebody else, Rick Berman or somebody, I don't know, somebody else. And it was like they were playing basketball. Remember that? And you thought it was Han Solo because he was dressed like Han Solo, but it was just Marvel trying to fool you, or maybe DC also, I'm not really sure. But anyway, let's get back to this ad here. It was an ad by MPC. That's MPC. MPC, not NPC. Come on, kids. I know you kids love talking about the NPCs, but this is MPC. They made Star Wars models. They made more than just Star Wars models, but of course they made a lot of models, and they had Star Wars ones, and they were going to give them away. Yeah, this ad has some cool prizes. Some of the Star Wars model kits, but you could also win the grand prize, $5,000. $5,000. Let me say that again for the person on the second row in the yellow shirt. $5,000. And that was first prize. But what was second prize? A damn jalopy full of Star Wars models. Yes. Again, I know, I think they call this thing a truck, but let's take a look at the ad. Hey kids, enter Star Wars Super Stakes. They didn't even call it a sweepstakes. They call it a super stakes. That made you sound super cool. Here's 3PO, kids, the NPC people who make Star Wars model kits, like my X-Wing fighter and me. Have a contest. You could win $5,000 in cash. Beep. Get your entry form at participating stores. Second prize is a 3.5 HP truck to drive with a truckload of models. Beep, beep, beep. I know it's a truck, but to me I call it a jalopy, or maybe a dune buggy, I don't know. That's right, R2-D2. There's hundreds of other Star Wars model kits to be won. So kids, mail in your entry form and you could win $5,000. May the force be with you. Forget that $5,000. Forget that. I want that jalopy. As a kid, I was like, I want that jalopy. I want that. Looking at this ad, I was like, okay, is this something you put your Luke Skywalker action figure in? Is it the size of a land speeder, or maybe it's for the 12-inch? No, this is a motorized truck. Okay, I'm gonna call it jalopy. Sorry, this is a actual gas-powered, has like a lawnmower engine in it. Jalopy. It does, and it's the second prize. I'm sorry, I'd rather have this than $5,000 if I was a kid. I guess if I had this as a kid, I probably could have bought 5,000 jalopies. But this was so odd, but yet so cool. But what exactly was this jalopy? It wasn't Star Wars related. Had nothing to do with a model kit company. I don't know how they got teamed up or roped into this giveaway. Oh, super sweepstakes. Oh, super stakes. Somehow they roped this other company into it. But let's take a look at this company. The maker of the jalopy, or truck, was Hagstrom Sales Incorporated out of Atlanta, Georgia. According to the catalog, it was fun on wheels, just for fun. The one they gave away in the ad was the mighty pickup seen here. As you can see, it's gas powered and has like a lawnmower engine inside. And this company's been around for ages. I mean, check out this ad here with two young fellas wearing their grandma's wig. They better stomp on the gas before grandma finds them. But I remember this ad and couldn't quit looking at it. And there's some odd things to talk about in this ad. Let's go back and look at it. First you have Luke Skywalker. Doesn't have his lightsaber, doesn't have a gun. Just a wholesome Luke Skywalker. I guess that's not too odd. But like R2-D2 in front of all that money, like some gangster. Look at him. Beep, beep, beep. Means don't take my money, bitch. And then you have the entry form. It looks like Paul Thomas Anderson is trying to win this. And as I said, jalopy wasn't the only thing you could win. $5,000 in cash. But also that very odd looking Darth Vader bust. I hate saying the word bust. Sorry about that. Check it out. Here's the model kit of Darth Vader's bust. Bust. I didn't say butt. Bust. It looks always kind of odd looking to me. I don't know about you, but it looks kind of odd if you ask me. That was fourth prize. Third prize was the Millennium Falcon. This thing looks huge and it looks pretty awesome. But if I had to put it together, it never would have got done. And of course, fifth prize was Star Wars models. Now you got this entry form and you had to mail it all the way to Mount Clemens, Michigan. Yes, there was no email. You had to put a stamp on it and get it all the way to Michigan. And Mount Clemens was the birthplace of Paul Feig, actor and director who you may know from the female Ghostbusters reboot. Don't hold that against him, he's made some good stuff. Also football player Dan Nugget, NASCAR driver Tracy Lizelle, football player and actor Dean Cain. It's even the birthplace of Bryan Adams. No, not that Bryan Adams, I'm talking about a South Carolina state senator. The city has been facing financial hardship for some time. Approximately 42% of properties in the city are tax exempt, resulting in a loss of revenue of $1.2 million. And according to a 2000 census, there was 17,312 people in the city. And 75.79% of them was white, 19.61% of them was African American, 0.73% was Native American, 0.49% was Asian, and 0.2% was Pacific Islander. I don't even know what that is. But as you can see, this was a pretty cool contest. Even if you came in last place, you got a bunch of models to put together. I don't know about you, I couldn't put no models together. It wasn't happening. I would get the glue out, and it would get, my fingers would all stick together. I would start sniffing the glue, and I'd just lay in the bed and forget what I was even doing. But it was a cool prize. And it was that damn jalopy. I used to look at this jalopy, I wanted so bad, give me that jalopy. Never did get it. I wonder who won it. It wasn't Star Wars themed or anything, but I just wonder out there who won that jalopy. Sadly, we may never know. And I don't know about you. Sometimes I see these contests and I think, they didn't give this stuff away. Maybe the model kits, they could give them away being they own them. I don't know. I still don't know why they gave away this jalopy in the first place, but it's not linked to the model company at all. I'm guessing some CEO bought it for his son for Christmas and the guy didn't want it, and the kid didn't want it, and he was like, hey, let's just give it away in a contest or something. Now I can write it off in my taxes. That's the only thing I can come up with. But do you remember seeing that ad? Luke Skywalker in a jalopy? Hasbro, make that exclusive. Or the next crowdfund toy. Luke Skywalker in the jalopy. I think we would all want that. It's awesome. And if I can find a picture big enough, I would blow it up and put it on a shirt. You know me, I'll put anything on a shirt. Don't believe me? Go to junkmanmerch.com. You'll see this crazy shirts I put over there. Anyway, let me know if you remember this ad. Did you enter the ad? Did you win the jalopy? Let me know that and whatever else you want me to know in the comments below. And as always, thumbs up on my content, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.